Hi there, and welcome to Tonight on My Table. So tonight I'm going to do something that I don't really ever do, and I'm going to try to create something with just a paper pack, maybe a couple of embellishments, but no stamps, which is really not me at all. So I'm kind of going out of my comfort zone here, and we're just going to see what happens. So today I'm going to work with the Honey Bunny collection, and that is from our March-April 2024 Close to My Heart catalog. And it is a beauty. I love this paper pack so very, very much. Pardon me. It is somewhat Easter themed. It's got some bunnies on it and some fun little butterflies and things like that. But so it could be really spring or Easter or just playful. So some of the things that are also on this page, just wanted to let you know, are the coordinating cardstock. So it tells you that we've got White Daisy, Honey Butter, Sage, Seabrook, Glacier, and Peach. And in this collection is not Seabrook, but if you look at the list of colors that go with this paper pack, there is Seabrook, and I'm going to use that today for my layout background. Excuse me. And there's also these dots, which are absolutely adorable. They're the Honey Bunny dots, and there they are. They're so cute. Love them. So you get 2 sets of those in there. All right, so I am just going to go ahead and start. This is the paper pack. This is the sticker sheet paper pack. So it's X7302S, standing for sticker. And so you'll see all of the beautiful, beautiful little embellishments, stickers on here. And I think they're just absolutely gorgeous, like I say, for spring or for Easter or for a baby, any of that sort of thing. And I'm just going to quickly go through the papers here with you. I'm going to show you the zip strip, which is that extra 1/2 inch that you get with Close to My Heart. And this is the back of this paper. So instead of flipping them over, I've already kind of gone ahead and done that. So you get those butterflies, you get that beautiful plaid sort of paper. This is one of my favorites. It is absolutely gorgeous. I love that pink, and it's got those cute little floral embellishments on there, and the back side of that is that yellow dotted paper. This green is beautiful, and it also has those beautiful hearts for the zip strip. The other side is that page of bunnies, which is so cute. And then, as I said, I'm just going to use my Seabrook here for my card base. So my idea is, and I haven't really thought it out too much, to be quite honest, you're watching me live here. My idea is to use a card layout, if you will. So there's that fractured card layout, which is sort of, where you sort of go across in different areas, and then you fill it in with paper. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to do that. The first thing that I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to grab my paper trimmer here, and I'm going to cut some zip strips down, because I want to use those zip strips potentially as my dividers with my paper here. So they're 1/2 inch, so that's pretty easy peasy to cut off. I'll just go through and do them all at the same time here. Now I could layer a couple of them on here because they are all 1/2 inch, but I always like to just trim them out individually, just to be sure that I've got them, cut to the right size. So this is our featured paper pack for this month with Close to My Heart. If you've been following Close to My Heart at all, you know that they have announced that they will no longer be in business at the end of June. So I've already gone ahead and I've changed the name of my Facebook page. So if you follow me on Facebook, you'll see that that has changed. I'm not sure what my plan is going forward, but I just called it Sandy's Creative Corner. That's just pretty easy to find. If you're already following me, that's just seamless. It's just going to automatically take you to that page. Excuse me. And I will be changing a few things here on my YouTube channel as well, so that I'm not branding myself as Close to My Heart anymore, because, well, they won't be. So we're going to change those things up, not to disrespect anybody or anything, but That is just how it's going, right? Okay, so the fractured card goes sort of like this, where you sort of create your shapes and you leave a piece in the center here that, pardon me, a piece in the center here that is just open. So I've got 3 zip strips here. So I'm trying to figure out what to do with this last one. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to look through these papers. Butterfly is pretty cute. I'm just going to use one of these as my zip strip here as well. Now I really kind of like those, so I'm going to just leave them. Let me see. I think I might use this yellow dot paper here, pardon me, as my zip strip. And I'm going to cheat, I think. No, maybe not. I'm going to grab that yellow dot paper and I'm just going to cut it into 2 1/2-inch strips here to create my 4th zip strip. I just want to see, right, okay. So 1/2 inch and another 1/2 inch, and we're going to pretend that's my 4th zip strip. Okay, so here we go. I'm just going to grab out my Versamat here and sort of plan this out strategically. So this Seabrook, I think I'm going to use, yeah, I'm going to stick to what I usually do, and I'm going to use the dark side. So I'm just going to put a little adhesive on that and stick it onto my mat so that it's not going to move. And sort of try to line that up with my 12 by 12 here. Okay, so I have all of these strips. Now, the bunny is somewhat directional. These florals are somewhat directional, and these other 2 are not really. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the directional one. Let's just go 6 by 6. And then I'm going to go with this directional one. And then this non-directional one. And then this one. Now I feel like that's a little too big of an opening there. So I'm going to go to 8 by 8. So 8 and 4 it would actually be. So 4 and 8. Sorry, 4 and 4 on this one. 8 and 4 on this one. And 8 and 8 on this one. Okay, so let's just check that out. 4. And 8. 4 and 8. 4 and 4. 8 and 4. 8 and 8. Okay, I'm liking that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to commit to that. I'm going to start with the bunny one first. And what I'm going to do is I am just going to go so I've got this one lined up at 8 and 8, or 8 and 4, pardon me. So I'm going to go from there. Just going to grab my ruler so this makes a little bit more sense for you. I'm gonna go 4 by 4. So I am going on my 4-inch line here, and I know you can't see it, but trust me, I'm going on my 4-inch line up here as well. And I'm gonna put this bunny one down. Starting right up against there. Okay, now I have to take this yellow one out, so just bear with me as I make this look complicated, but it really isn't that. 4 by 4, and I'm gonna put it down there. Okay, so that's my first one. So then I just need to grab my scissors and snip that off the back. And I'm just gonna do a rough snip because when I lift it up, then I will fix it a little bit more. Okay, so now this one is 8 by 8, I believe. No, pardon me, 8 by 4. So now I'm going to put adhesive on the back of that. Now it is hard for me to see it, so let's hope I'm getting it straight here. I'm gonna start with the bunnies there. And then I'm gonna go down to the 4. Okay, I'm gonna need to add a little bit more adhesive there, but that's okay for now. There we go. So there we are. And the next one is 8 and 8. But I want it to be on that side, so I'm going to go 8 and 8. I need to take this guy out of here for now. So I've got my ruler on the 8 here and on the 8 on this one. So you may not be able to see it, but trust me. So now I still have that option of using the yellow or that pattern. I really like that pattern. But I think I want to use the pattern. You know what? I kind of changing my mind here. I'm going to go with the floral there, and I'm going to go with the pink there. I just like the way those mash up. Okay. Okay, so I've got my 8 and my 8. And then I'm going to trim that one off. And then last but not least, I'm going to do this one, and it's going to be 8 and 4. Now, for some reason, I didn't really end up going perfect there, but that's okay. I'm going to go 8 here. Oh, there we go. 8 and 4. And there we go. Now, for some reason, like I said, I didn't go quite far enough up there. Oh, it's because I'm on the other side of the 8. That's why. Let me see if I can pull that up and fix it. This is what happens when you watch me live. There we go, 8 and 4. That will work better. There we go, perfect fit. And there we go to 8. Okay, and we're gonna snip that off. So I'm just gonna stop here for a second, and I'm gonna take this off, flip it over, and I will be right back. Okay, so off camera, I finished both of those papers off, and I trimmed off the background. So now we're just going to start to play with our papers and figure out how we want to put this fractured layout together. So excuse my arms here, I'm just going to grab this paper. I know that I want to use this because I absolutely love, love, love it. And I think I'm going to put it right there in that corner. So what I'm going to do is, because I know that that's the section I'm going to cover, I'm going to put my adhesive right down on there. And I'm not going to go right to the very end because I like to slide things underneath sometimes. So I'm going to leave myself the option of doing that. And this paper is very non-directional, so it doesn't really matter which way it goes, which I really love. So I am just going to slide it up against those two pieces, adhere that down. And then I can either use my paper trimmer if I have one that will fit in there, or I can just flip it over. Oh, I'm going to take that off the back of my paper so I don't have it sticking to something I don't want it to. I can just flip it over, and then I can just use my scissors to help me trim that out. So I'm just going to quickly do that. Excuse me. Okay, maybe not so quickly. Trying to be careful. I want to make sure that it looks good, right? All right, so I like that. Now the bunnies, do I want to put bunnies by bunnies? I could kind of do that. I kind of don't mind it, actually. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to put the bunnies there. So that just means I'm still using that same piece of paper. I'm just flipping it over and using the other side. And I'm going to use a corner that is close to this one so that I'm not wasting a whole bunch of paper. So we're just going to get that in there. I know that I've got it right to the ends there because that's where my glue is. So once again, I can go ahead and cut this off. This is actually leaving me kind of a nice little triangle right there. So I might be able to use that somewhere else down the road on this layout, or another one for sure. So it's always fun. I mean, if you like doing card making and you like doing scrapbooking, there's no reason that you can't use patterns from one for the other. Okay, so that's that side. Now we know that I love, love, love this pink. We've got that dot on the other side, but I have the pink down here. I don't know, let's just see. What would it look like if I did that? And then that. I don't mind it. Let's have a look at what we have left here though. We've got these fun little butterflies. And we've also got this plaid. I think I'm going to go with the butterflies and the plaid. So the nice thing about this too is if you've got leftover pieces of paper, you could definitely do this with leftover pieces. You could even do some stuff where you, you know, fill it in with strips of paper even. We've got Cardstock Carnival on right now, so that would be a really great time to stock up on your extra papers and just use colored cardstock in there. You could just keep that pattern going with colored pieces of paper even. That's always fun. Okay, so I'm going to trim this out. fun thing about this too is you can use all different types of paper for it. So you could, you know, do the same thing really with Christmas. You could do it with graduation. You can do it with, you know, anything that you want. You could even stamp in these sections. I mean, I'm a stamper. I would go crazy just stamping different things. And maybe I will do that at some point. Create the same layout with just stamping. You would have to do some masking, but it would be so fun. Just want to make sure I get that up there as close as I can. Okay, and then I'm going to flip that over and trim that down. Now, there might be better ways to do this, and I'm not aware of what they are. If you have ideas for how to make this faster, then feel free to let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear. If you're going to try this out, I'd also love to hear if you tried it. And you can also go to my Facebook page and leave a comment there. And I will put my Facebook page in the comments section too, so that you can go ahead and you can even show me a picture of your layout. Okay, so that's where I'm at right now. I'm just going to switch off here for a moment, and I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the matching page, and then I'll be right back. Okay, and we are back. So now I have two 12 by 12 pages created that way. And as I was putting those together, I was remembering, you know what, when I've done the fractured cards, what I've done is I've started with a square in the center. And so really, if I would have started with a 5 by 5 square in the center, you know, figured out where I wanted that to go and then did my strips, that probably would have made my life a whole lot easier. So just saying, if you decide you want to do this, you could do that. And then you could also do it on just white daisy if you wanted to. It's a little less expensive. But I mean, it's totally up to you. Sometimes what I'll do too is I'll use this, like if I put my pages into a scrapbook album, this will be the back, which it obviously is, and also the beginning of my next page. So maybe this will be my next layout, and I'll just use this. So instead of sliding two pieces of paper in there, I can just decorate this to match this page, and then I'm good to go. So hopefully that makes sense to you. Okay, so now we're just gonna go ahead and go. So I have my photo placeholders here. I can decide what I'm gonna do. I can also decide how I want these to line up. Do I want them to go like that? Do I just want them to be the same direction, which I think I do. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. I know you can't quite see the whole thing on camera here, but I didn't wanna lift it up too high so that you wouldn't miss out on the details. Okay, so I'm just gonna pick some photo placeholders here, see if I wanna do a 5 by 7. Oh, and one thing I wanted to tell you too, because I am doing this live and I'm being very real about it, when I cut my paper down, I accidentally cut this one a little too short. So I am missing a little piece there, but that's okay. That just says that I'm gonna have to put an embellishment there. So that's okay, don't worry about those. Okay, so now I'm just gonna figure out, do I want, you know, a bunch of 4 by 4s? How do I want to go ahead and embellish this? So just because I have that photo in the center there, or that opening in the middle there, pardon me, doesn't mean that I have to necessarily have that as my photo, where my photo is going to go. I totally could, obviously. You know, I can even do something like that, which is kind of pretty, kind of neat. But I don't necessarily have to. So don't feel like because there's an opening there that you have to do that. You can just do whatever you want to do. You know what, maybe even because I have that opening there that I've missed, I could even put my photo right above that. And then I can do my little bit of embellishments here. I kind of like that idea actually. And again, because this is a 5 by 7 photo placeholder, if I don't have a 5 by 7, I can still do a 4 by 6 on top of this and then just use the white around it. So I think I'm going to commit to that actually. I think I'm going to put some adhesive down there and just hold that in place, even if it's just temporarily here. Now I should have grabbed my Versamat here again to help me line things up, but honestly, sometimes I like to just eyeball it too. And then let's see, do I want to put a couple more photos here? Why not, right? A couple 4x4s. And I will tack that down later too. Like I said, it didn't go right to the end because I like to tuck things underneath sometimes. So then if I just leave it opened, I have the ability to do that. It's pretty easy to go in with my liquid adhesive and just tighten those all up too. I am doing white on white here, so it's a little harder to see if I'm straight, but we're just gonna go with it. So I'm just gonna get this one out of the way so you can just sort of see what I've done there. So I've got my 5x7 and my two 4x4s. And now I'm going to do this one. And I have to decide if I just want to do a bunch of 4x4s. You know, I've got some 3x4s here too. And you know what? A 3x4 is really nice because it's a 4x6 cut in half. And sometimes that is just fun and easy to do. You know what? I kind of like that layout, and then that leaves me a little bit of room for some embellishments and whatnot there as well. So I'm going to commit to that for now. Going to put that in the middle of that square. Oh, let's try to line it up straight though. I also like that my photos are going kind of in the middle of this really busy patterned bunny paper, because I'm going to see if I can kind of get the same, get the same amount around. What I was saying is I kind of want to put it in the middle of that really busy bunny paper just to sort of take away from the busyness of it, but not get too carried away. And I'm going to do the same here, try to get the same amount around the bottom and the side here. Okay, and I'm ready to go ahead and embellish now. So it doesn't matter which way I go, which page is left and which page is right. Let's have a look. I've got some leftover papers here too. I'm just going to flip that over and show you. I've just got some leftover bits and pieces from what I just cut to create those two pages. So I'm just going to leave those up at the top here, and then I can play with those as well. Now, I think Easter Blessings is pretty cute. I do really like this as well though, so let me just see. Oh, Easter Blessings Day. Let me just see here. I kind of want to play with that. I'm just not sure. I like this. Let's also have a look at this. No, it doesn't quite work. How about this one? Oh, hooray for spring. So I like to just sort of play with what is happening here. and see what I want to do. Okay. So I'm really liking this guy. Where do I want him to go? Okay, so I'm playing with these stickers, but I'm not quite loving it. And I do have on my table here a Happy Easter that I had previously cut with my Cricut. So I think I'm actually going to put that right there. So I'm not going to commit to it 100%, but I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive on it and see how I feel about that. Now, the Cricut Cut does have Happy Easter in the one color, and I believe this is Lagoon, and then I've added the yellow on top of it, and I've just sort of offset it when I glued it down. And so that just gives it a nice little shadow effect. Really helps it to pop up. Okay, so now I want to play with these things, but what I like to do is I like to grab my anti-static pouch and take some of this stick off so that I can play with it and not have to worry about it sticking everywhere. So that's awesome. Use that one. I'm going to do the same on this one because I kind of want to play around with that one a little bit. So even though it's a sticker, that doesn't mean we have to stick to it being a sticker. I mean, we can put it down again. We can add adhesive. That's pretty easy. And the other thing is that we can also use dimensional adhesive, right? So that's kind of fun to add that dimension as well. Okay, now I've got a little bit of powder on my table here, so I'm just going to blow that off. Now you see these two match really nicely too, so that's kind of a happy surprise there. The other thing that I was kind of playing around with or looking at was this one says Hippity Hoppity Easter's on its way. I kind of want to play with that too. So I'm just going to put some more anti-static on that. Sort of clean that all up. I was kind of wondering if I could add that onto there. Oh, I actually like that. I was thinking about putting it sort of like that, Easter, and then is on the way. I would just put down here. I actually almost like it better like that, so I'm not sure now. So let's see if we can find a place for that. I always like to add a little bit of dimension. So that's probably a little off camera there. So I'm just thinking I might actually put it right there, and then I might leave that like that. So let's just commit to that temporarily. Of course, when I put those down, I want to make sure that I have no adhesive that's going to go on top of my photos, right? So when you decide that you're going to layer that down, make sure that you leave room so that you can slide your photos in there. Oh, I actually kind of really like that. Easter blessings. Let's see, what else do we want to put in here? I kind of like these little guys because it's fun to just, you know, do a little note about what's happening on each one of these pictures. Hopefully I'm on camera there. So we can put it that way, or we can put it on the side. Let me see, do I want to do it on this side? I do like that, but I think I want to use maybe this pink one here. Let's try another one. Ooh, the green. The green's good. Okay. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that static pouch on there so that I can slide that photo underneath. And yet I have that tab to write what's happening there. So I've got 3 of those. Let me just see how I want to disperse them. Oh, I've got 2 more actually right there. So I have just the right amount. So let's see. Let's do these 2 longer ones here. Yep, like that. So again, I'm just going to put the anti-static pouch along the bottom. So that I can still slide my photo underneath there. Sorry, this is ending up being a little bit of a longer video because I am doing it live here. Still deciding about that Easter blessings. I could even go, I'm not sure. I'm gonna grab those other 2 sticker guys here. I think I'm going to put them along the side just to change it up a little bit. Again, that anti-static pouch is going to stop it from, or going to not stop it, but allow me to still slide that photo underneath there, which is great. I see that I don't have that photo mat lined up perfectly here, so I'm just going to alter that a little bit. Guess I'm committing to those now, right? Okay, so now let's see. I can do going hunting because I know that I'm going to use that. I love the going hunting part. I'm just going to put it right there in that spot. So again, anti-static pouch to the rescue. Sorry, my dog's trying to say hello. I think I need a little bunny with my Happy Easter. Kind of want him to be at the top. There we go, I like that. So we can go ahead and we can add all the things we want to do here. So let's see, do I want Easter blessings? Do I want that to be on this page? Happy Easter, Easter blessings, or do I want it to be on this page? I feel like there's more space here, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put it on this page, and I'm going to use a little dimensional adhesive. Woo! Love our dimensional adhesive. Got to get more of that before we switch over, or before it's gone, I guess I should say. Sorry, it's time for the kids to come home from school, so My dog is just saying, hey guys, I'm in here, want to come play? All right, now there's these cute little banners. Grow, best day. This is the life. Oh, I like that. This is the life. Let's slide that underneath there. Let's see. Let's put a couple more of these on there. Maybe this green one just for fun. I will slide underneath that one if I can. Sorry, awkward. Turn it upside down so I can get underneath there. There we go. Oh yes, I like that a lot. Okay. Okay, so Easter blessings, happy Easter. I've got my little tags here. I've got my hippity hoppity Easter's on its way that I didn't 100% commit to, but now I'm going to. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put adhesive on this. Like I said, I don't want to put it where the photo is going to go, so I'm just kind of going right in the middle there. Tuck that one underneath and I'm going to leave that one over. Just making sure there's no sticky where that photo is going to go down. I'm going to put a little more dimensional adhesive on this dot just to lift it up and make it interesting. So I've been sick all week, actually, like sick. And so I haven't had my chance to get my nails done this week. So please pardon the look of all of that. That on there. Okay. I'm going hunting. So we've got this one that says Easter eggs. Going hunting, going. Do I need it to say Easter eggs? I don't. Okay, so I'm going to take my adhesive along the bottom here. Sorry, cut that a little too big, so I'm just going to trim that down. Going hunting. It'll be so much fun to do this with the kids. I can't wait. Okay, I think I am actually going to leave it right there. I like that. I don't want to get carried away with my embellishments. The paper is pretty busy, and then when I put my photos on it, I really want them to pop. So there we go. That is it. I hope you've enjoyed tonight on my table. Excuse me. I hope you'll give it a try. I hope you'll look at card layouts and think, oh, how can I use that to create a fun scrapbooking layout. Remember, you could always pop these on there too if you want to, but I think I'm going to wait till I have my photos on there to do that. But they could easily go in there and be very, very interesting. So again, I hope you enjoyed tonight on my table, and I hope you'll give it a try. I'd love to hear your comments, what you think about this, what you would do, what you would change if you'd use different paper. That's fantastic. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.